Hello, everybody. This is Teacher Levy. Today, I will try to make another slow English video. I have made other slow English videos on my channel. You can go check those out if you would like. These videos are meant for you to improve your listening comprehension and to work on your pronunciation. A good exercise for pronunciation is shadowing. If you're able to shadow, then you can follow my sentences and try speaking after me. If you find new vocabulary in the video or idioms or phrases, you can also write those down. Notice write instead of write. You can write those down. I recommend everybody to have a vocabulary list, a journal or a notebook where you can keep track, to record new words, phrases, idioms, even phrasal verbs which you have learned. So today is very windy. It's overcast. You can see it is. Notice it is. We can say it is very cloudy. So it's overcast. This is the perfect time to teach English. Today, I wanted, notice wanted, we can say wanted, to share a good routine for learning English. A class structure. A class structure meaning how you can set up in English class where you are learning and continuously challenging yourself. Notice challenging. You're continuously challenging yourself and doing new activities which are hopefully fun. So this is a method which came to my mind when I talked to my student from Argentina. So he mentioned what is a good system for learning English in the classroom, meaning an online classroom. We can have online and offline lessons. A system which I have been using with some students is using two tools. Notice tools. We can say tools, just like I am in the pool. Today, I'm in the pool. You can go swimming in the pool. So, two tools I mentioned in a previous video were Angu and also Listen in English. Two websites which I will also link in the description so that you can follow this guide by yourself or with a teacher, even a friend. What is the method? First, set up. We have talked about to set up. To set up, figure out, organize a 10-week system. Every week, you should have a different topic. Notice week, not wick. Every week, you should have a different topic. For example, the first week could be sports. Second week could be summertime activities. The third week could be food and cuisine. Notice the word cuisine, types of food from different countries, regions. Foods, cuisine. The fourth week could be business. Notice not 1 week, the 2 week, the 3 week. We say the first week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week, the fifth week, and so on. So make a plan for 10 weeks and then go ahead and go on to Angu, which is a platform where you can find articles for English learners, for students at different levels. I usually use intermediate, notice intermediate level articles for students. And even if you are at, notice at an advanced level, you can find advanced level articles for English. Pick an article which is similar to the topic which you have assigned for the week. Notice assigned, which you have assigned for that week. For sports, there might be an article about how sports can improve your health, perhaps physical and mental health. Mental health is your mind, your brain. Find an article on Angu and then go over to listening or listen in English and find a video where there is something related to sports. Listen in English is great because it has different sections. It has a grammar section where you can test your grammar knowledge. It also has sentence building sections where you'll be able to build sentences. So before you start your first week, make sure you have built out or set up your 10-week schedule with one link from Angu and one video link from Listen in English. I like the Listen in English website, but if you can't find a video for your specific topic, then you can use YouTube. YouTube has so many videos. I'm sure you can find some content, notice content, on YouTube for your weekly study. Build out, notice out, build out your 10-week system, your 10-week plan with an article, a video. Every week, it is important to spend the time or take the time to read the article, watch the video, and write a summary for both. A summary is a collection of your thoughts, which is what I recommend for you to do. The article might be about sports, how it improves your mental health. You should write a paragraph or a short essay about your thoughts and how it improves your mental health, How sports help your brain. Same thing with the video. Watch the video, listen carefully, work on your pronunciation if you are practicing shadowing, and then write a short passage, a few paragraphs, or an essay about the video. Every week, repeat this process. Now, you might say this is good for reading, listening, and writing, but not for my speaking skills. You need to speak either to your friend or to yourself or to me or a teacher. You need to speak. So these essays which you are writing, you should share with somebody else. Ideally, what is ideal, what we would want or want to happen, ideally, they would correct your mistakes and tell you how to improve your English based off your writing. But maybe they are your friend and they speak just like you do, so they can't correct very well your mistakes. So you can use AI to correct your mistakes, but for speaking, you should talk about the article, talk about the video, share your thoughts. Don't just read your paragraph or your essay, but practice speaking about it without reading. Learn the topic, learn the vocabulary. You can use your essay or your paragraphs as a cheat sheet. A cheat sheet, notice cheat sheet, is something that you can look at to help. So you can use it as a cheat sheet. You can glance at, to look at, to glance at your notes, your paragraph, but you should practice talking about that topic. For 10 weeks, you should do this, and you'll definitely notice an improvement if you put in the time. There are no shortcuts for time and consistency. It's important to be consistent, doing it every week, spending the time to do it. But I understand it's challenging, so perhaps at first you will find it boring, perhaps difficult. Notice difficult. We can say difficult to do. Keep going. If you need inspiration, you can write in the comments that you are struggling and you need help, and we can have a community where everybody encourages each other and they help each other, because I know a lot of you are perhaps alone in your English learning journey. So keep encouraging each other. I have a student who is a bodybuilder, and she works out to go to the gym or to exercise. We can say she works out. She is not professional, but she is a bodybuilder. She spends a lot of time at the gym, so she is pretty muscular. To have a lot of muscles, we can say somebody is very muscular. She goes to the gym and she works out, and her muscles ache. When you have some muscle pain, you can say, my muscles are aching. Muscle ache. The same thing is appropriate or should be used when learning English. If you don't feel discomfort or don't feel challenged or overwhelmed, you are not pushing yourself to your limit. Notice limit, to your limit. So it is natural to feel a little stressed, overwhelmed, anxious. You are developing your skills. The key takeaway, a takeaway is what we learn. The key is the most important. Notice important. The key takeaway is to have goals, have structures which you can look at. Notice look at, to follow for English. Don't merely say, or don't only say, that I want to improve my English or I want to speak fluently. That is very vague. Vague, not enough details. So have details in your goals, have a 10-week structure, have a 1-week structure for what you will do to improve. I hope this video helped. I have lessons available if you would like to speak with me on italki in my description. And comment below any other suggestions, topics, which you would like me to talk about. And thank you for your support and feedback and patience this week for letting me have some more time to upload a video. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.